G'day, welcome to Pocket Women, Lockpicking and Locksport. Yep, by the title you can see it. Hey, it's time. The Parky Lock is about to be released. Oh yeah, it's happening. Finally, I've got final confirmation that the Parky Lock that's supposed to be in people's hands are in their hands now. So it's a matter of just giving people a few days, get their videos done, and then we can all bulk release. Been itching at the bit. If you don't know what a Parky Lock is, you probably haven't been doing the Locksport Hangout. So welcome to what we do in the Locksport community to memorialise a mate who passed away. We created an all brass padlock. That's a beauty. That's his saying. Parkinson's disease took him. Parkinson's disease did not take him out. Parky. It's a beautiful Lockton ART 500 all brass beauty. It's awesome. So that is the Parky Lock. A little bit different to the one in front of you. The writings are a bit bigger because this was the prototype, and I decided to increase his name because he was larger than life. So why not have the name taking up the whole padlock? Why not? An executive decision. So, first order of business. Can you hear me? Can you see me? How's the sound? Let's get some caffeine into the system. Exactly, Zoe the cat and Snake. Rest in peace, Parky. Parky, greatly missed in the community. So let's head up to the top of the chat and say g'day. As they come on in, well, the mod with the most keys is in the house, GK man. G'day, mate. Snake, Snake and Mossy Pix, welcome in. Nemo Nada, g'day, mate. Elijah Carney, that's another Aussie. G'day, mate. Zoe that cat. Meow, meow. Yeah, the cat and the Goldie have got on lovely here. Mr. Winston has been doing rather well with the crazy golden retriever. There has been some touchy moments, but it's all gone good, But he goes home today, so there's tears at the moment. There's lots of tears going on. You hear him crying in the background. That's why. He knows something's going on. He knows he's going to be going home today. His mum and dad come home, so he's going home. Apparently, we're not allowed to hold him to ramps and keep him. That's apparently we already had an agreement we'd give him back. So, nothing I can do about that. It was already agreed. Conky, g'day mate, welcome in. And you can hear me. Awesome. Right. Yeah. I'm a little bit later today because I did have to go over to the in-laws and deal with well, that just crashed. Hang on, got to adjust bits falling down. Had to go over to don't pull that cable. Okay, had to go to the in-laws and open the house up and check that it hadn't been broken into. Make sure the lock was still functioning. Yes, had issues with the Gainsborough lock yet again. Why not? That lock has been the bane of my existence. I fixed it 3 times already, replaced it twice. I mean, what can a Locksport do? When you're dealing with a really shit install, it means you have to bog it all up and reinstall it. And I just haven't had the time to do that. So I've just been doing patch. Well, it needed another patch because it was it was falling out of the latch housing. And it was about to wedge into the strike, which meant I'd be getting out there to get it off. Because there's a gap like that between the door and the door frame, so it shouldn't be that wide. It should be that wide for this sort of lock. So it's barely touching. Not only was it fully installed, like really badly, to the point where it is binding, it is wedging, and so the owners are banging, slamming the door, which has caused the door. The door is, it's a crap door, put it that way. It's one of these front doors that are crap doors, and it's got a little bit of timber on it, and it's got, what is it, plywood over the top, and, you know, probably cardboard and some crap in the middle. So what's happened is this, the stile, so stiles, rails, so the stile, so the upright has split along with the thing that's given it structural integrity, which is supposed to be the plywood. That has split as well. So lots of glue, lots of clamping, and a lot of mongrels coming out of me, trying to get that to stay and stick and hold. Braided it as well, put enough brads in it to hold it up and hold the glue and get it to function, so that when the cleaner came in and out when we're not there, they didn't lock themselves in or out. Just had to get the door to work. So got it to working stage. It's still binding, it's still grabbing, but yeah, not a whole lot I can do about it with such a shit install. So you builders out there who are building, you know, these high density places where you're just buying in bulk all this hardware, all these prefab doors and stuff, do you check that they haven't done a shit install? Make sure that the latch is, you know, flush with the face of the door and not set in or deep or twisted on one side, deep on one side, shallow on the other side. There was a multitude of issues with this latch. Not only had the lock itself been installed at an angle, which then upset everything else in the install. So still dealing with the Gainsborough shit lock. And of course you can tell by the way I say shit lock. Yeah, I'm not sponsored by Gainsborough. So the lock I'm talking about is the shit lock, tri-lock. So that's Gen 1 with that sort of a handle. So I've replaced the original. That was the second. Well, this is G2. G2. I placed it. It had a Gen 1 in it. I replaced it with a G2 second handy, and it didn't function as well. And so then I got a new one to put in there, and it's supposed to have the same footprint, but I found out that the original footprint was shit. If you mark your stuff out and you install the lock at an angle to start off with, the rest of it's going to turn out bad. Well, that's what happened. It was not a happy day. So this is the part we're talking about. Crush the set. Get in there. Now, the issue, the big issue with this latch, why it's, oh, come on, I'll get out of there. Why it's such a hazard. Come on. Oi. Why it's such a hassle. Stream didn't start automatically. That'd be right. Good on you, YouTube. Okay, so the issue with this latch, as you can see, it's not a standard latch. You've got all sorts of things that can go wrong on it, you know, apart from this spring thing with this thing that comes out. this thing detaches, that's an issue. These housings are an issue. The whole design is an issue. Oh, so you've got so when I first started looking at this lock on this install that I'm talking about, it did not have this. Now on your latch on your Gainsborough lock, you must have this plastic bit on the back of your faceplate. Why? Because that is what stops this latch when you put it in deadlock mode. So you double throw, so you've got a single throw when the door's closed is to there. Your double throw when you deadlock it goes to there. Yeah. Now, if you don't have that, it will throw it further. Ha! And you'll this will disengage itself from inside this housing. So that goes in there like that. That goes on there like that. So what will happen is this will be deadlocked and this will throw itself right in. And what happens is this, to remove this latch, yes, lots of little pins and springs that can go everywhere that will cause an issue and a half. Focus, you mongrel. And it does. So be gentle with everything. Everything's springed and pinned. G'day, Delbert. How's it going? Keith O'Reilly. Welcome in, mate. Limonada. So this comes off. So how do you get this whole latch out? Well, that is it. You continue to throw the thing. So how do you continue to throw? Well, it's got to do with this. You take this off. Take the faceplate off, and then you continue to throw it, and this whole lot will spit out of this housing on you. So you do not want that to happen when you have just closed your front door, because that goes back like that. Push that spring back and shove that thing down in there, and there's your thing. So as you can see, there's lots of things that can go wrong with just the latch. So you've got a spring and a pin across there. You've got a spring and a pin down there. So that's that. So it'll overthrow, and then that'll go in too far, and then you won't be able to, once that throws, you cannot use the key to get it to go back, because it won't engage, because it's thrown too far, because it's supposed to be released. So then your only choice is to get the saw out and cut that mongrel off. You ever tried to cut through one of these latches? Yeah, it's not a happy day for a locksmith, and they don't want to have to suffer with that. So lots of locksmiths are spewing that these are the standard latches and shit for the tri-lock. So that's the fun I had. So I did a little video when I was over there the other day fixing the lock to the point where it wouldn't do that. It wouldn't seize. It wouldn't double throw the latch into the housing, into the strike. So that's all one can do. And I couldn't do a whole lot, because to test it and stuff, that you've got things in the right spot and it's all working and nothing else has failed in the latch, you have to do that extra throw to get the latch out to look to see that all those other components are okay. But I couldn't do that because the in-laws left without the key, without leaving us a key. Yeah, we have a garage door key we can get in, like a clicker thing, but we had no keys, so we were deadlocked actually in via the screen door. which made me not want to stay there. So we didn't. We just took the dogs and went to our place instead. Now that the cat's passed away, we can do that. But and you've got these posts as well, mate. These posts are a pain in the butt to install. You have to have these posts between, you know, the door, your two block handle plates, and these can be a hassle, because they come loose. They don't stay. So yes, I have hacked it out, try and level it up. I have washers in, I've redone the holes, bogged them up. I do all that to try and keep it alive until I can get back. Oh, mongrel. Just dropped it around on the floor. So that was a hassle and a half. And trying to do that with really bad headaches is not helpful. I'm getting really severe headaches because of my neck. Doctors are trying to work out what kind of medication they can do for it. But in the meantime, you still got really bad headaches, really difficult to function. So just been doing the bare minimum. And that was the bare minimum to get that door functioning. So, yeah, I did do a video, but you know, it's not a happy video. So I don't know whether to post it or not, but it is a practical video showing what I not only had the latch stuffed up again, the hinges were doing funky stuff as well. And trying to access a door hinge when you've got a screen door right there, you've got the door there, so you've got that much space to try and get in and hammer the hinges back in. That was a hassle and a half as well. But we worked it out, got it done. So the door is dropped, the door is binding, the latch is binding. It's a shit install. And yes, I will keep on about how crap the Gainsborough locks are, because not only have I had to sort out the front door lock multiple times, I've had to redo the internal passage doors on all the doors inside multiple times, because it's a shit manufacture. They're made really poor. The screws do not stay in those posts. Those posts that I showed you, they're fixed on those internal doors, and they are too big for the screws. And which means there's a fraction of a millimeter of a micromillimeter out, which means standard screws don't fit, so you can't replace them to something bigger because it doesn't fit. You'll just blow it out. And the screws they provide are too slightly too small because of the poor manufacturing tolerances. So the only thing you can do is try and pack them out. And how do you pack them out? Well, shitload of Loctite, really. And do that each year. So every year I go around to the doors, see which ones have come loose again, Loctite them all up, and then they'll last for a little bit longer. That's all you can do. It's a shit install. It's a shit lock. John Doe, welcome in, mate. Ground Frog, welcome to the pond. Jeanette, g'day. Delbert, welcome in. Are you still on the 1105? Still on the 1100? Is an American 1105 still an 1100? Good question. So the 1100 is the lockout tagout range. So I'm not sure if the 1105 has a different application. David, that was a really awesome tour you did us the other day. Really appreciate it. And thank you to those two people, Zoe the cat and someone else, who messaged me on Discord, which I was able to see to say, to tell me that David's live was on. And I was able to grab my computer, and that was really good. So thank you very much for letting me know about that. That was greatly appreciated, because I really enjoyed it. I really enjoy history, as far as any sort of history, really, no matter how far back it goes. And one of the things that I experienced as a young kid, as a kid, was going to a lot of World War II sites and hunting for relics. So I grew up near a World War. I grew up in a place that was used for the war, World War II, and so we would, travel out into the jungle, and we would be shown things like anti-aircraft guns, all that sort of stuff that were still left in the jungle as they were on the day that the Allies walked out. And all that sort of stuff as well, David, the shells, all that, you can still find all around. Things like drinking cans, eating, tin cans, all that sort of stuff. There was a World War II runway that was there as well, and we used to, we had some old Aussie postie bikes, and we used to, go fanging around there on the old runway with the old postie bikes, and we come across all sorts of relics. Dark Arts Lockpicking, g'day mate, welcome in, good to see you. Now go check out Dark Arts Lockpicking for new stuff in the shop. So dalp.com.au. GQ Man, if you can whack that in the chat, that'd be good. That is Dalp's shop, and you'll find the new goodies. I'm not going to tell you what they are because I don't know. I haven't seen the video. Yeah, I know. I'm sad. I just have not had a chance. These headaches are not conducive to concentration. So David says that the 1100 and the 1105, same. Not sure why they've marked them with different numbers, but they're both the same. Both are lockout tagout locks. So Dalp's working on stock for the new bump hammers. Bump hammers, that's right. So we can release them on the website. Nice one, Dalp. And there you have it. The mod with the most keys, GQ Man, dalp.com.au. For all your Aussie suppliers of stuff. Support the Aussies, locksporters turned locksmiths turned lockshots. We like it when Locksport helps people evolve in their career choices and stuff. It's really great to see, and we like to continue to support them, even though we supported them as Locksporters, and we're part of the Locksport community as they do progress on to other areas of their life, as far as starting a shop, starting a business, doing all that. We really still like to support those Locksporters doing that. Mr. Inferno, the locksmith with the most knowledge. Okay, you might be able to answer this question more succinctly. Also, fun fact, David says there is, there is 6 instead of 0 in the third position. It's a 6-pinner. 1105 versus 1165. So the 6 denotes that it has 6 pins. Nice. That is good to know. We've never known that little trick. Yes, exactly. That's what we like to do. Dark art lockpicking is to stay legal at all times. Yeah, that coffee's gone cold now, hasn't it? Right. Now, let's try to knock things out the way. As we do, let's just move you around. There we go. Right, well, today there's a few things on the agenda. One of the things on the agenda is we need to, as a community, set the date. As you would have seen by the thumbnail, it is time to release the Parky Brass Padlocks. Oh, just took out me skelly. There we go, hold on to your ears. We need to come up with a date. So my thoughts are, I'm chomping at the bit. I only found out, I only got the geo about an hour ago that everyone who's meant to be receiving the Parky lot has now received it. So now we need to give those ones who just got it in their hands, as in the last 24 hours, a chance to make their video. I need a chance to make a video. So we need to give them a couple of days. And then we release the videos. So, and with the 24-hour system that we've got, where I'm in the future and you guys are in the past, we need to get it together. So we're releasing from the future and the past, are releasing at the same time. And how we're going to do that, that would be good. So I don't know whether it's, as far as YouTube pushing the videos and stuff goes, because our idea of doing a mass release is to flood YouTube with Parky Memorial Padlocks. And we don't want YouTube to not promote it. So we want to release them on a day when we know YouTube is going to be promoting all of these videos. So I don't know whether that would be on a weekend when there's a lot of competition with all the other videos that get released on a weekend, or whether we should leave it till Monday or Tuesday. Well, the video, if you choose that all the videos get released on Tuesday, then I won't do a Locksport Hangout. It'll just be the Parky videos get released. So that's a possibility as well. So that's some decisions we need to make as a community. So start thinking about it. Think about what's convenient for yourselves, what would be convenient for others, and let me know your thoughts on it. So the 1160 is just a 6-pin 1100. Right, so it's still a lockout tagout lock. Oh, that is very good to know. Oh, Mr. Inferno's got some technical specs down here. Let's pull up the techie specs. 1100 is 40mm, 1200 is 45mm, 1300 is 50mm. Oh, okay, so even though it's the same range, they gave it a different number for each size. And the 1000 is aluminium, and the 300 is brass, and the 500. So 1000, 3000, 5000. So the 1000 is aluminium, 3000 is brass, and the 5000 is steel. Okay, that is good to know. Oh, the second digit is the shackle diameter. Oh, so all the numbers do mean something. Okay. Well, this is good to know. Very good to know. Oh, I just need to go check and see where the dogs are. I'll be back in a moment. Talk amongst yourselves. Be kind. Oh, okay, I can see them. They were just a little bit too quiet because I had they were just, Clancy was crying and carrying on just before I started, and now all of a sudden everything's quiet, and I'm wondering what happened. What is he into to make him so quiet? He has a tendency to acquire the cat's toys and Tinty and de-stuff them. And they're all the same padlock. So the 1100, the 1200, the 1300 are all the same padlock. So they're all lockout tagout locks. Dale Sander, welcome in, mate. Welcome to Locksport Hangout. Are you a lock picker, exporter, challenge lock maker, a builder, or just interested in locks, like a lock collector, like some of us are indeed? Yes. Well, let's see if we can pick a lock. Keep flying at this one, but let's do this since this one is a bear. Score this from Cranky Lock. When I did the giveaway. Whoa, let's lift it to the ceiling and take a bite out of it and then lift it up again. That's not very pleasant, is it? Graham, lock picking, g'day mate, welcome in. Greyhound picking also has a shop. Model most keys, Mr. GQ man, can you please pull up Greyhound's shop, please? So Greyhound has been doing a not nice. Been doing a collab with Southern Specialties to create some lock picks, and they're pretty good. They're the dog legs, and they've been revamped, and there's some more profiles coming out. So good chance to get on and get something interesting and unique, and something that's created by Locksport. So this is the 410 master lock. Now normally what they say with these is try and get pin 5 first. Why? I don't know, but it seems to help. You can start picking from the back. Try and get pin 5 to set. Now, we're doing a giveaway today. The only thing you need to do to agree to enter is agree to pay for the postage. I am tapped out on all postage. I've completed everything as of yesterday. Maxed out. So if you want to win some locks from John Doe, you need to cop up for postage. Agree to do the postage. Now it'll be, if it's overseas, it'll be up to 500 grams, because that is the next, going over that is the next size up for postage. So postage for overseas, what was the Parky lot? It would work out $27 American. Now with the Australian dollar at 60 cents, you can basically halve that if you're an American. halve that cost because our exchange rate is so shit at the moment. Chuck Soup, welcome in. Chuck Soup says, so a 3367 is a brass lock with a 2-inch long 50mm shackle with 6 pin. Boy, haven't heard of a 3367. Mr. Inferno, GQ Man? Have you heard of this one? It's a 50mm body. Yep. Nothing ever is that simple, is it? Okay, Nemo now is doing an entry. Oh, let's get a notepad. Grab a pen. Oh. Anyone else want in? Elijah Carney? Too complicated for Chuck. Chuck's tapped out. It happens. So the 2 Aussies are in. So if you want in, just say, yeah, tell me you want to enter. Yep. So the odds are good at the moment. There's only 2 in it to win it. Gilbert, yep, mate. We are giving away some locks, mate. The only stipulation is you've got to agree to pay for postage. So, so up to 500 grams for overseas, it will be around $27. Half that because of the Aussie exchange rate. And inside Australia, it's what? I can't remember what I was paid yesterday. I don't know. I can't remember. It's something. Just look at the receipt. Hang on. Look at the length of the receipt. There you go. Absolutely unbelievable. Okay, so this was a small envelope, and I requested tracking on it. And put in a parcel. So that was what? Parcel. Oh, I did get tracking number for the parcel. Oh, that's good. Was what? 22. But that parcel was like 3 kilos. Yep. So so with the Aussie domestic now, it's like what, up to 5 kilos, it's obviously $22.85. I thought it used to be $17 something. It's ridiculous. Yep. That's fair enough, Chuck Soup. Most of us don't understand what we're doing. That's why we got it. That's why we do it as a community, because someone's bound to understand it and set us right. The 5300 and the 5360 is a steel shrouded shackle. Matt's lock shop. Matt lock a shop. Welcome in, mate. We're doing a giveaway. Just have to tell us you want in. Have to pay for postage if you win. If you're in America, between around 27 Australian dollars, which is like half that for American dollars in postage. Delbert's in. Okay. So these locks I'm giving away are locks that have been sent to the Locksport Hangout to give away from John Doe, which John Doe is a European locksmith. So these are not Aussie locks. These are international locks. American Lock have a catalogue. Oh, okay. Yes, tax the payment so we can pay for shipping. And all we really do is need to tax the oil and gas companies and we'd be rich. Yes, exactly. American lock numbering makes absolutely no sense. Agree, David. Exactly, Nemanada. Like all the other American units of measurement. Makes no sense. It takes a while to understand the system, Chucksuit. It took me a long time to understand a lot of stuff in Locksport because I had absolutely no lock experience. Didn't even pay them a look. Now I can't unsee them. Everywhere I go, I can't unsee them. Well, there could be more than one system, but there is one system to start off with. But you never know now because American Lock's been taken over by Master Lock. As far as I know, they're keeping the same systems and they're keeping them separate. But there's a lot of interchanging of the pins and stuff now, so who knows? You've already made a mistake, David. The 3000 isn't tubular. The tubular is the 7300. The 3500, the 600, the 650, the 700, and the 800 are all kicks. Key in knob cylinders. All the ones that begin with a 5 or a 6 are key knobs. Fair enough. So the odds are pretty good. 1 in 3 chance of winning. I'll give you a bow peep at the locks. That's the 600 designation. The 900 is an interchangeable core. We like interchangeable cores. They make things look cool. Oh, where are we? Okay, things back. Oh, that's heavy. All right, you're gonna have to stand up and pick that up. I want to pop my shoulder. No dog behind me. Yes, they're all from John Doe. E17. Right, so we've got a page. Move you around. Trash in the set. Okay. Squish that on. Yes, there's 2 layers. Look at all these keys. Move it to slide to the corner. And if you win, we can go through the box and see which ones you want. So it suits what you want, and we'll bring it up to the weight requirement for postage. How's that sound? And we can do that. Right, so these ones look like the same sort of brand. Oh, this is the one Lock's just got. We're about to throw out as a curse lock. That is the puppy boy. Hello. Nice. Brand new. Look out, puppy. I'm moving around, so you need to go on your mat or go lay somewhere else because I'm going to squish you. That's a good puppy. Hey. All right. Mr. Inferno's just sent me a picture. All right, let's see if we can share screen. Can you see that? So that is the 305. No, that's the 1100. The 1205. Can't read the bottom one. Ooh, it's the 5000. Yep, it makes plenty of sense if you know when it was made. Oh, it also matters what country it was made in now. So originally, the American lock stuff was being made in Mexico, wasn't it? From memory. And now since they're overtaken by Master Lock, I think it's all now made overseas, isn't it? As in a continent. Right, so we have the lobes, however you pronounce it. I'm not going to try and do an accent. So we have a heap of those. Put those here for a minute so I can get underneath. Right, we've got a Brady lockout tagout lock. Now the Islet. Titan. Let's kick the Euro cylinder. Do you want a hand getting the dogs out to the car? All right. Talk amongst yourselves. Back in a minute. Put you on mute. Well, that was painful. Oh, finally got him in his harness and he took off immediately, ripped my arm out. I had to grab hold of the pole on the side of the house so I didn't fall over. And then he continued to rip my arm out. And, oh, hand and arm and oh. That was a painful move into the car. That's all I can say. That Goldie, it's very exciting when the leg comes out. Okay, that's an Isaiah. Oh, that's a beauty. That's a lovely looking all brassy. Look at that. That's nice. I've got a little luggage lock. A Yale Mono. And we've got some dimple lock. Snaps. A bus. Oi, that's nice. It's a discontainer lock. So, a bus. A bus. So, this lock. Like a ram's head. It's a dimple. Nice. That's that top section. Bottom section. So in here we got one of these EDC cards. You know that these are little tiny things. Like there's just a pick size, and they are that size in full. So they are little hold. We've got some stickers from Tool. Box pick. And this is a Tool key gauge. I'm not sure which key gauge this one's for. Here we go. It's for the Abus. Can you see it? The Abus C83, C73. Impressioning quick reference. Don't know what the holes are for the side. Got a table down here. So handy if you do a lot of the 83, or you want to get into the 83 series. Okay, let's put that lid back on that. So that's what's on offer. GQ has got one of those yellow lotto locks from Locksport. It's a Brady by Abus. And the keyway says so. Yeah, it does. It does indeed. It says the Abus keyway. Okay. Balance. Delicately balanced here. It's held up by tape and other things and cable ties, and clamps. It's got more clamps and cables and stuff and tape than anything else in the lock lab at the moment. Yeah, it is nice merching in Manada. Yeah, indeed. And of course, if you're in and you don't have any other Locksport stickers, I'll give you some of my doubles. I'll include some of them in your package. No, I'm not a big fan of the Abus Keyway either. No. It's like playing a game of Twister. Exactly. Yeah, the brass one would be for residential as well. Yep. It would be for residential in if you live by the beach and stuff, better off getting brass, you know, it's not gonna rust on you. Right, well, let's get into the order of business today. With those present today, have you had a think about the appropriate date to do the release of the Parky Padlock videos? What would you suggest? Any ideas? Should it be during the week? Or should it be the weekend? All right, cool, Nimanada. I'll keep some aside for you for the next package I send to you. Delbert doesn't have any Abers. Okay, that's good to know. So what do you think? Should we release this padlock, say 3 days from now, 2 days from now, 4 days from now? Had a lot of delays. It would be good to get it done sooner than later, but understanding if you want to delay it till after the weekend or have it on the weekend. You've got a 7240 chuck suit. Yeah, the keyway does suck indeed. And not only that, you have to pick it on an angle. So it sucks even more. And those springs, they like to go pating when you gut it. It's also another hassle. It's the Moose Sushi. Welcome, everyone. Yep, no worries. Ismu's just scored a awesome from an awesome mail call. So Ismu, we are deciding on the date to release the Parky Lock. Do you have any preferences? Is it during the week or the weekend? We want to try and get it out ASAP, get the videos all done and dusted. We're also doing a giveaway of John Doe locks. Pay your own postage for overseas and interstate. Overseas would be like around $27. In the state it would be around, it used to be $17.95, but I guess it's going to be $22. So straight post, you can't keep up because they just keep raising their prices all the time. Okay, no worries, Ismu. We'll let you know. So once we decide on the date, I would then be contacting everyone personally and letting them know. So if they miss this for live stream, it's fair enough. Not everyone can make a live stream, and I don't know about you lot, but I don't really watch live streams after they're done. Live streams for me are more about participating while they're happening. So I don't hold it against you if you don't watch the live stream after it's done. tagout locks. My favourite kind of lock to pick because it's a milestone lock, and that's as far as I ever got. Once I was able to pick these and got all the feedback and really, enjoyed picking them, I didn't really progress. I sort of stayed at the one level because I was never doing belt system, so I didn't actually progress past playing with lockout tagout locks. But I have had a desire to pick more advanced locks like dimple locks and locks with tripping mechanisms and trippy pins like the multi-lock, things like that. So I have been able to acquire those locks and they are and the carbons. I have been able to acquire them, but I haven't picked them yet. I need to brush up on the skills, get more picking in under my belt, be able to concentrate. Focus is always good when you're learning a high security lock. Till these headaches get under control, there's no concentration, there's no focus. So for the Aussies, these 410 master locks, you can get them through bare bones lock picking, and they'll put their little bones on it. But if you really can't get hold of them, I can always flick one your way. And we've got a couple of spares. When you get to that milestone picking, I want you to pick security pins. The beauty of picking these is if you drop the tension wrench, as long as you don't twist the core when you put it back in, you can just do it gentle, tension on it, and the pins you picked won't drop because there's no spring on the actuator to flip the core back, and there's also no spring on the shackle as well. So these were really good for learning on and learning top of the keyway, because that top of the keyway, it really does spit it out a lot. And getting used to how you got to pick with top of the keyway, so you don't flick your tension wrench every time you go pick your first pin is good, but not losing everything you already just set and feeling like you're like one pin away and then the last pin flicked it and you've lost everything. No, you haven't with these 410s. So, do we have all the numbers that want to enter the giveaway? Anyone else want to enter the giveaway that aren't on the list? So far we have Nemonada, Elijah, Delbert, and Vignette. So pretty good odds. 1 in 4 chance of winning. They're the odds I like. Any ideas on the dates for the Parky release lot? Any preferences? Because if I get no preferences or anything from the chat, then I'll just decide what's convenient for me, and I will greyhounds in. I will then, and that'll be the date set, if no one else wants to contribute to the date. And of course, as always with any of the giveaways that I do, if you are overseas and you win, and you would like me to source you any other locks that you only can get from Australia, like Lockwoods or anything, I'm happy to go hunt them down for you and chuck them in the package so that you've only got one lot of postage to fork out. During the week. I was thinking of something. And with these 14s, you can pick from the bottom of the lot, so it makes it easier when you're going for the high ones. Like the first 2 pins I've got super high. I think that's my issue. I'm not pushing up high enough. A lot would be cool. Yeah, no worries. The amount of times I flick this wrench can be problematic because you can, because you're putting tension on it and it flicks out, it does blow out the top of the keyway a little bit each time it does it. So it's not happen too often. But if you've only got the one master lock and you're learning on it, and happens a lot, you do end up flying out the top a bit. That's okay. Just get a bigger tension wrench, a fatter tension wrench. Yep, $60 for a 334 B45. Yeah, I've got the price here of all the Lockwoods. Let me pull it up. Mm. Not eventually. There we go. That's all good one. Xfinity. You're not late. You're mate. You're here when you need to be. So we're trying to work out what's a good date to release the parking lot during the week or the weekend. And which one do we do it on? I guess. Focus on the phone. So that's the 334CS closed shackle 45, 68.39. Whoa. The 334B 45, 60.57. The 334M, the Marine 45, 76.76. The 334S steel shackle, no, steel body, chrome plated, 69.95. The 301, oh, this baby, right here. Whoa. Massive, weighs a ton, is covered. All right, we'll have to come back to that one. We reach the end of the line. Yep. All right, there's more. Right. Okay, so on there is your mono block, your 290. Something. Can't read it. 95.94. And what is that? Yeah. That's the steel shack, the steel body chrome plated, 77.93. So that's your 334 and 301 and your mono block range. And so down the bottom is the other range, so that's the other stuff. So you've got your 120 end range. So you go from 23, 32, depends on how many is in a box. So you've got your what do you call them? Now ones, combos. 21. So these single ones, 24, 24, 27, 29, 46. The green ones. Oh, wait, what's happened? That's it. 29, 68, the grey one. And then you've got, oh, it's easy, and this one. So with your Australia dollar copping 60 cents in an American dollar, you must have just halved those prices. So this is your brass body. So this is the one. So know that the silicon jacket ones have only got the Lockwood emblem and stuff on the silicon jacket. If you take that jacket off, it just looks like a blank brass padlock, and you wouldn't even know it was a Lockwood. So it's only the brass ones that have Lockwood actually etched on the brass. And $18 for 30 mil. $29 for 40 mil. $39 for 50 mil. What, $40 for 50 mil one? So it's one of these, baby. Oh. Shit. 1708 for 40 minutes. And the baby ones. Yeah, and it's down the bottom, it's Lockwood. No. So that's all the Lockwood in they've got is just a tiny little section. And this was taken. How do you find details? When did I take this? 15th of July, 2024. I took that photo. So those are now well over 6 months out of date as far as what's the range. So this is now like you can move this over a bit more now. You've got that much Lockwood in Bunnings now, and all that is Master Lock. It's shocking. That's shocking. But yeah. Whereas the 121 series, yeah, not there, mate. Not there at all. So I'll show you the 121. I'd have to get the 121, if you want the 121 series, I'd have to get it through me locking. So that's the 121. So it's a shrouded shackle, plastic body. Let's take a bite of paper. Gratchy Lenny, g'day mate, welcome in. We're doing a giveaway of some John Doe locks, European locks. Agreement is if you win, you pay postage, about $27 or something. To America, it's Aussie dollars, half that. Given the shit Australian exchange rate at the moment, and oh, I love it. Right, let's see this. Ooh, okay, this isn't guttable. Looks like it has one of those locking ports. So it is shimmerable, but not with a shroud on it, obviously. But you know, it is hard plastic, so you go whack. That. Not very retaining. Does it have the Lockwood on the body if we take the plastic off? Can we get the plastic off? I don't think so. It is rounded over the edges there, and the shroud comes down like that at an angle, so it wouldn't slip down. It might, I don't know. Can it slip off? Let's do it all up top, find out. No, that didn't move. So I don't know if it has Lockwood on the actual padlock, if we can't tell, can we? But it does have it on the plastic. But yeah, that's the 120 range. Looks like it's a 6er. Nope. Nope, 5. So if you want to enter the giveaway, you've got to agree to pay the postage. And for overseas, it will be up to 500 grams. If you want over that, it will cost you more. And you'll have the option to score and the sort of Aussie lots that you've been after. Because that's what we do, because, you know, you take advantage of postage. If you get postage, you're paying postage for overseas, you might as well get your postage worth. And I don't mind trying to source your lots. It just takes time. And the 301, mate, this is a beast. It's an absolute beast. And the reason why I offer my giveaway winners an opportunity to score other Aussie lots is because of the extraordinary prices eBay and stuff charge for overseas postage from here. Like, for me to get something to come from America, they want $80 postage. And yeah, and that's what they're going for. So that's my bidding. And this is a beautiful lot. It weighs an absolute ton. It's soft polished, like satin finish. It's such a beautiful padlock. There's a key retaining. Yes. It's gettable. Yes. Yep, no worries, Elijah. So, but this is way too. Oops. Dropping shit. The lot with the keys is 724 grams. So over half a kilo just for the lot. So it is a beast. Yeah, well, the prices for lots have doubled. Well, second-hand value has doubled since I started. It's gone up by about a quarter retail price. Apart from like eBay and stuff. If you see a 334B, you know, for sale on eBay for $100 and something, you know the seller has written you off by double. If you don't want to be ripped off by eBay sellers, well, you know, for me. And I'll just give you the exact price. I don't put nothing on top. We do this as part of moving paying things forward in the community, getting people the locks they want, putting on their wish list. Start that up. Wonder what would stand. Gotta have a plastic cover. So that's a standard offering I'll do for anyone who wins any of my giveaways. Right. Snug. Haven't put a pick in them yet? No. Right, we've got 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nemo, Nada, Elijah Coney, Delbert, Alexander, Vinia, and Greyhound picking are in the draw. So we will be drawing it in, give people a chance to get in. We've got what? Yeah, we're doing it in the next half hour. Yeah, that's what we'll be doing. I'm up to date with all my sending outs. So now I know how much bubble wrap I've got left on my reserve supplies. Yep, no worries, Greyhound. I'll let you know if you win, mate. Yeah, you don't have to be here to win it because, you know, time zones and stuff. It's a bit unrealistic to expect people to, you know, push themselves past sleepy time. Sometimes your brain just goes, no, we're shutting down now. We're going, we're down, we're gone. That's how my brain used to go to sleep. I don't get advance notice, I just go to sleep. Probably one can get a lot this session. Oh, hang on, we've got core movement. Okay, well, it takes us for you to focus on the lock and think about it. Let's see, likes that interaction. I can pick my one of these. Why I can't pick bones from them? It's the same lock. Exactly the same lock. Same bidding, same thing. Exactly. Welcome to the world of insomnia. So what's everyone picking at the moment? What are you doing? What are you getting into? What are you not getting into? What's your favourite lot to pick? So the thing with these, they really like light tension. And light tension makes it even more difficult to keep the tension wrench in the top of the keyboard. Right. Do we have all the entries? Last call for the entries for the giveaway. Renata, Elijah, Delbert, Virginia, and Greyhound are in the draw. Just jumped into the set. My Luggy Bones numbers. So we're going to take out 5 numbers. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. We shall allocate each one a number. And to the winner, we can also do a live call on Discord to help you choose your locks if you so desire. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. 5 numbers. You're still trying to crack the 120. Sometimes it's the lock. I had one 120 for 6 years and I've not been able to pick it. I got a different 120 and I was able to pick it in a Locksport Hangout session. So you might go, okay, stuff it, get a different one. Sometimes you just change your look. So it's Nemanota 4, Rush 5, Delbert 3, Unit 16, and Greyhound 8. G'day, Dean. Only English in the chat. Thanks, mate, even though I know what you said. It's only English in the chat. The mod will remove it if it's not English. We're about to do a draw for European locks from John Doe. That's what we're doing. And we've got 5 entries. The goal is to pay for your own postage. It's about $27 to US, $33 something to Europe. Half that for the shit Australian exchange rate at the moment. Yep. That's what we're doing. So if you want to be in the draw, you need to agree to pay postage. We're getting ready. The numbers are in the thing. We're almost there. You want to be in the draw? All right. Grab your number. 25. Might be in the bag. Okay, so there's a 1 in 6 chance of winning. What? Oh, talking amongst yourselves. Just put you on mute. There's someone at the door. Ah, well, that was a monumental stuff up. It's for a heap of Euro lots from John Doe. So it's up to 500 grams for overseas. Up to that for us Aussies, with the option of putting in some other locks. Aussie locks if you are so inclined. $20 shipping from Amazon. That is cheaper than what we can. That's ridiculous. That's cheaper than what we can send it. Add another $7 to that. But that is that American dollars. So if that's 20 American dollars, that's like 30 something Australian dollars. So yeah, you are getting ripped off with postage if you do the exchange rate. Yep. So there's Euro locks, there's pin tumblers, there's dimple locks, there's a abaloy, there's lockout tagout locks. Most of them are brand new. Some of the locks are snap offs. That are the dimple locks. So that's what is up. That's what is up for groups. There's nothing like advising people that the address has changed and then they rock up anyway. Just they don't get the message. Yeah, I did send the message and they didn't pass it on. Well, that's not helpful. So much for modern communication. Doesn't help if people don't read it. So much for setting everything up and so I wouldn't get disturbed today. Sean, g'day. How's it going? Is there something wrong with the audio? Is there something wrong with the audio? We were on mute for a second. We're off mute now. So the other thing we're doing today is deciding as a community what would be the best release date for the Parky Rock videos. We are now at the stage where we are ready to say, release the hounds. Probably does adjust and change, depends on how loud I'm talking. But I move, whether I'm sitting, standing, stretching. I do a lot of moving. Weird interference. That's weird. There is the sound of a fan in the background trying to cool the computer down. So I don't put it on an ice brick. Nothing weird. Okay, Sean, it's all you, mate. So, Sean, we're doing a giveaway. It's for some John Doe locks, Euro cylinders, and stuff from Europe. Lockout, tag out locks. If you want to enter, you have to pay postage. Around $27 to America, half that with the shit Aussie exchange rate at 60 cents per US dollar at the moment. So if you want to enter, just let me know you want to enter. I'll grab you a number and put them into the draw. High pitch sound, that's not nice. Yeah, that would annoy the shit out of me. For sure. The only high pitched sound I can hear is my tintype. It's going right off its nut at the moment. It's pretty loud in both ears. Yeah, I usually hear all sorts of sounds my wife can't hear. It's like, can't you hear that? Surely you can hear that. It's like, nah. It's like, but it's so loud. She's like, nah. Got a superpower. It's called sound sensitivity. Yeah. It's not your tintype, is it? It's good to get into nature and do some gardening. Oh, I've got so much stuff to do. Just haven't been able to do it. Not really neck induced headaches. Every time I bend over, it just gets worse. Got some nerve pain on the right arm, brachiomyalgia stuff. It's ramped up. So it's not conducive to doing any gardening. I have to do stuff. The people that I was getting in to help me do the gardening each fortnight was they've changed their insurance and their staff no longer can use power tools. So they've got a gardener who can't use power tools, can't use a lawnmower, can't use a whip snipper, can't use electric shears, can't use a bile vac. Like ridiculous. So they get to come this week and I get to give them all the hand tools. And they get to go around on their hands and knees doing some gardening. Monumental waste of someone's physical resources. Well, that's the way it is. We'll find a replacement that can actually do the work properly from start to finish using the tools I've got. No worries. Oh, Sean. Well, I hope you're feeling better soon, mate. Yep. It helps to get the chemical assistance you need for your brain. All right, Sean, take it easy, mate. That's right, Limonada, cut along with bloody scissors. So I've got some long chairs, so I can be doing that. No. Of course I wouldn't do that to a worker. So, day before they get here, I'll be out there doing it all myself and just leaving stuff. So I'll get out there with my lip snipper, I'll do all the edges, I'll do all the mowing, and I'll just leave everything where it is, and they can do a rake up, and they can do weeds and stuff that I can't access. But yeah, it's not helpful, especially when they've been doing it for a year. So I just, last year spent a lot of money converting all my petrol tools, so my petrol whip snipper, my lawnmower, to battery electric, because I can no longer pull the ripcord. So I needed to change it out. So I spent a lot of money, a lot of time doing that, and getting support workers trained up on the equipment. And now I'm not allowed to use any of it. So, yeah, not the best. Not helpful. So now I'm going to find a gardener that goes through a different organisation. But the thing is, if you are to get a professional lawnmower out, like gardening service out, like, BIT, gyms, whatever, they don't do weeding. Yep, no weeding. And they don't move stuff. So if you've got, a wheelbarrow that's there and you want, whip snipped behind it and stuff, no, they don't move it. And it's like, you're kidding me, what a waste of effort. So I had to go outside the box. So I've got 4 workers in to do it. Train them up, show them how to do the yard, what are you etching? Things they've got to move, things they've got to put back. And now I can't use any of the power tools. Limonada, that's interesting. It's a trait that certain noises are triggered. It's often associated with autism and other neurospacey disorders. That explains a lot with my head. Right. Let's do the giveaway. Have we got everyone in? Everyone's in. Limonada, Elijah, Delbert, Inya, Greyhound, and Dean. There's your numbers. There's the bag of goodies. We're going in. So it sticks to the finger. That'll do. Number 5, Mr. Elijah Carney. Congratulations, mate. You have won the giveaway. Well done. So, winner, check and dinner, win And we'll go through my pocket chips and my stickers, see if there's any in there you want as well, Elijah. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Thank you to those that were able to enter. That is awesome. Yes, we do things old school here. Write stuff down and do winning chips. Because we find out the random generators aren't that random. Well, Pick and Paul did a whole thing on it and found out they weren't that random. Yes, I'm racking up all that neuropsychiatric diagnoses and computing. Go for the acronym: ADHD, autism, PTSD. Just add them to the list. Still don't know what it means. How it impacts one. No idea. Haven't looked it up. That's not. That one isn't getting picked at all. Well, thank you everyone for being here during this Locksport Hangout. The date will be decided on the release of the Parky lot, and those that I have on Discord, I will notify you in person what the release date will be. Thanks for everyone in chat for being here. Thank you to Mr. G Keyman, the mod with the most keys, for modding the chat. Thank you to everyone who participated in the giveaway. And check out your YouTube notifications, because you never know. After this, Lady Locks might just do a live. Thanks everyone. Stay legal. Temptation is everyone.